It has more than 500 million users, each communicating in 140 characters or less. Here at Elon, we know who runs some Twitter accounts, but many don't know who is behind the sometimes crude, rude, offensive, and anonymous accounts.
It's a diary that everyone can read that's not important.
That's one way to look at it. Others might say Twitter is a way to express yourself, some more than others.
I have 6 Twitter accounts, and I have 12,500 tweets on one of those Twitter accounts. And I guarantee you almost all of those tweets have no meaning.
Joe Bruno and Michelle Leibel run 2 of the most popular anonymous accounts at Elon. But they're not alone. With a quick search of Twitter, you'll find Fake ELN, the Elon P, McEwen Problems, Elon Sass, Poor of Elon, Elon GDI Problems, Elon Black Problem, the Elon Gay, and the Bubble Bitch. But we're going to introduce you to 4 students. Each runs an anonymous account. Together, they have more than 9,000 followers. The newest of the 4 is Elon Makeouts, an account that posts pictures of, well, you guessed it, people making out. Next is Elon Confessions, which allows students to do just that, confess. Its creator controls what's posted, but she says the tweets are written by Elon students themselves. Then there's XO Gossip Squirrel. That's Michelle Leibel. Originally making fun of the infamous furry creatures that are always climbing up trees at Elon, as well as the tween TV drama Gossip Girl. And finally, there's Bruno's account, only at Elon, which has more followers than the president of the university. It focuses on the traditions and inside jokes between all Elon students. Some attribute the anonymous Twitter phenomenon to Bruno.
There's the Elon Sass. There's like Elon white guy, 5'7", brown eyes problem. There's like just all these different accounts. And you feel partially responsible for the fact that...
Oh, I take full responsibility. I take full responsibility for that.
It turns out that Bruno and Leibel are friends, and their opinions on the anonymous Twitter movement may surprise you.
I think it's a little bit sad, the Twitter movement at Elon, because it makes me wonder, like, if there aren't any other creative ways people can express themselves on campus. Like, it's hypocritical because I clearly made one and Joe made one, but I think when we made ours, there was sort of like a niche in there. Like, it didn't exist yet.
No, it was just us and Elon Girl Problem, and that's it.
And since then, there are more Elon-related anonymous Twitter accounts than there are academic buildings on our campus. Some are for pleasure, some act as a place for students to express frustrations, but there is one Twitter that is trending on Elon's campus, Elon Confessions.
So the way it works is in the information, there's a link to a Google form. And so it's literally just a box, and it says, what's your confession? So the way they come into me, it's a Google spreadsheet with a timestamp and the confession. And then I just copy and paste it from there to Twitter.
The creator of Elon Confessions wanted to remain anonymous, so he changed her voice and masked her face. She wants to stay anonymous because she doesn't want people to feel like they are confessing to someone in particular. A lot of the tweets, coincidentally, have taken a sexual turn. The R-rated nature of some of the tweets has caused some controversy, but the account's creator tells 30 Minutes that scandalous tweets are what has kept the account alive.
I think in the beginning that is a huge part of what helped it take off, and I think when people think confession, they kind of think dirty little secret, and if you see one person post something sexual, I think it must trigger something. Oh, I've done something like that, I've done something worse than that, in going ahead and one-upping each other. I think that's very much a chain effect. If people see it, it's what they post.
But she says what makes it onto Twitter isn't nearly as graphic as what's posted on her spreadsheet.
Are you surprised at some of the things that you read on it?
I definitely am. I probably post a third, if that, of what gets confessed. For example, today I saw 20 and probably put up 4 of them, just because some are either really gross and inappropriate. There's some that I edit just to be less graphic, and some are just flat out mean and just things that I don't think need to ever be out there or for anyone to see. They're not so much a secret or expressive as just rude.
Every tweet is a risk for these anonymous accounts. One wrong word could get a Twitter account into hot water, like the Elon D, a reference to male genitalia, and an account that was deleted by its creator because of public backlash.
For the most part, it was a pretty fun account. I mean, there was it was interactive. People would tweet to it, they'd retweet it, just making jokes about the Elon D, which, if you think about, it's a pretty stupid concept. Like, she wants the Elon D. I mean, come on. But it was funny until it went over the line with the joke.
The tweet Bruno is talking about refers to Elon baseball's victory over NC State.
They used rape as a word
to say that they like beat them very badly, and that was super offensive to me. So I tweeted at the account saying something like, you know, rape isn't funny, like this is really offensive.
That's Delaney McHugo, an Elon sophomore who took action against the account. Dean of Student Life Smith Jackson, who was originally notified of the account after McHugo's tweets, acknowledges the dilemma that accounts like this present, allowing free speech even when it offends people.
We're often trying to balance this respect for each other on a college campus, which is important to us, with the ability to express your views and not to shut down voices because people disagree. And sometimes that means people are offensive. And I think what happens when people perceive something as offensive, that they need to respond to that.
And that's exactly what McHugo did, respond. And it was that response that brought an inordinate amount of attention to the account. Jackson and the administration got involved because in this case, the tweets were more than offensive.
We did intervene in that case to do a couple things. Certainly to talk with those students, but also to, you know, really draw some parameters.
Days later, the account was removed.
That was really never my intention to have the entire Twitter be taken down. It was just more of an example of like how our society treats this issue and how we can grow from it. And I think that everyone has the right to, you know, speak whatever, tweet whatever. But I also have the right to be offended by what you tweet.
These accounts can make it easier to offend followers like McHugo simply because their creators have the ability to hide behind the facade of anonymity, much like the creator of Elon Makeouts.
It's easier to tweet something funny because I'm not really judged because no one knows it's me.
Even though the facade exists, not all anonymous Twitter accounts abuse that freedom.
Do you ever think about whether you're offending people when you tweet?
I have never sent out a tweet with the intention of harming someone or attacking a specific group on campus. Now, I understand some of my tweets can be taken as offensive, and some tweets do make fun of different groups, but if I make fun of one group, I have to make fun of all the groups. That's just how it works.
But being offensive isn't the only concern. Some accounts run into the issue of privacy, accounts like Elon Makeouts.
Does it ever worry you that maybe this account is an invasion of privacy?
I guess it would worry me a little bit because if you knew me, I'm a very nice person. I don't ever want to insult anybody. But at the same time, if it's that public, because people don't go behind doors to find two people like being secretive. It's if they're out in the open. So if it's an invasion of privacy, a little bit, but it's kind of what they deserve.
With new accounts surfacing at this kind of rate, even the original creators are getting a little tired of the frenzy.
They're all just battling each other. You know, Elon girl problem versus Elon girl problems, or like me versus the bubble bitch versus life in the sass lane or something like that. Like, do we need that many Twitter accounts?
Whether it's necessary or not, Bruno admits that this Twitter phenomenon is getting to be a little bit overwhelming.
I don't know why people think they're funny. I think they're stupid. And I run one.